This is a quick overview of what I'm going to do. I start on these when they're connected, and I start by looking at the voltage, make sure that we have voltage, and make sure that there's no reverse wires or anything like that. All the outlets work. I do have a GFCI in the kitchen that is not working. That's the only spot. So this is the inside of the inspection. The main thing that we have is most of the windows do not open. And the reason why they don't open is because when you try to open it, it hits the frame. So you're supposed to push this to the side and this to the side. But when you push it to the side and you bring it up, it hits right here. So I would say almost all the windows, I do have them on the report. Most of them will need to be adjusted in order for them to open. Okay, here in the bathroom, the water flow is kind of low. That one is better because I opened it up. But this one is low because the aerators need to be replaced or cleaned. I took this one out. And then when you use this and you use this, the flow is kind of low. So they have to adjust. Basically, the mixing valves probably need to be cleaned, and these aerators might need to be replaced. Okay, so that's in the bathroom and the hallway bathroom. This would be on the southwest hallway bathroom. These windows, the same as the other windows, you cannot open them. Here in this bathroom, pretty much everything is good here, with the exception of, again, the aerators might need to be replaced because they have calcium. There's no leaks underneath the sinks and no corrosion either. So let me continue here. And then as we go down the hallway, pretty much everything is okay here. Again, windows that don't open, I probably need to show you the ones that open. On some of the floors, but not all of them, when I try to find a few of those are hollow, as you can hear, like this. Some of them are like this in an area. So basically, they might need to be injected. There are a few of them. One or two, it's okay, but there's just a few in here and a few in this area as well. In the living room, right here. So there's a few. Again, sometimes you could inject them with a epoxy underneath. You don't need to replace the tiles. But when, like I said, when there's a whole bunch of them, like that, and like this, and like this. So again, doesn't mean that you need to replace them. It just means that eventually, when, I don't know, but eventually their grout to start cracking. All these windows, again, these windows open. This one did not open here. And then this window did not open. And there's also, seems that it has moisture inside. Only that window is the one with moisture. The fireplace, in order to turn it on, you have to remove this cover. And then there's a switch inside. It's a gas operated fireplace. So on this kitchen, everything works. I check all the appliances, the oven, the stove, everything works. This outlet right here, the GFCI on this outlet got tripped, and I heard it back here, and it has to be reset. Unfortunately, because there's so much over here on the appliances and plates and things like that, we need to be able to find this one to reset it. So I'll come back to that. All right, so all this works right here, no problem. No problem here. Let's go in the garage. I checked both garage, and here in this one here, what we have is, let me pull that up. What you have is basically seam cracking right here. The drywall taping, the compound usually dries up, and it's not a structural problem. This is basically you know, drywall cracks. But how do you fix that? You could use painter's caulking or compound, sand it, and repaint it again. Okay, the hot water heater is located here, 75 gallons on this hot water heater. As you can see here, it's in good shape. It has the drip pan, which is usually missing in a lot of these. And you also have a water softener. Okay, so on the water softener, we just basically look at the electrical, and then we look at that, make sure that we have salt, and we do in this case. This door, I'm gonna keep it locked. This is just to keep it locked. So that's pretty much on the inside. A couple little details, but I'll complete that when I send you the report. Let's do the outside real quick. So a few things, plants that you have like this against the structure, they need to be trimmed, otherwise invites termites. And there's no termites so far. I did not see any evidence of termites, so you do get 1 year warranty. On your roof, there's only one cracked tile right here and one in the back. So only 2 cracked tile. I did fly a drone over the top, and that will show you the rest of the roof. I'm going to take you to a spot here because we do have fire protection, a sprinkler system. By the way, these are the clean outs for the sewer. In case anything happens, you will need to put a snake through there. That would be a plumber would do that. So here, this pedestal usually belongs to the city. So basically it needs to be, you know, locked up. This is the where the water meter is, and I looked to make sure that it wasn't moving, that the needle wasn't moving. So that means that there is no leaks underneath. This is the main shut-off valve. In the event of an emergency, this will shut it off. I opened all this electrical panel here to look inside to make sure that everything was okay, and everything is okay. This is the irrigation system. It needs to be secured in here in the back. So that basically, let me lock it up here. So it needs to be secured. I did test it. There's a couple drippers that had way too much water, and I put it on the report. So now I'm going to show you here where the I'm looking for my screwdriver. Hold on one second. Here inside this is the valves for the fire protection. Okay, so in here, this is supposed to show you some type of pressure here, anywhere from 50 to about 100. Either the gauge is broken or there's something wrong with the system. These are replacement sprinkler heads, but what I don't like is that there seems to be a little bit of a corrosion or leak that probably got plugged up down here in this union. This is the alarm, audible alarm. As you can see, there's an arrow here. When the water flows through here, the alarm goes off, and then this is a switch. It makes the exterior alarm go off, and if it's monitored by a company, they will call the fire department. Your neighbors will probably call the fire department. So basically, that on that you can see right here. There's a few droppings of rat droppings, so that might be internally, maybe a one time, but you might want it to probably take care of that. All right, so I'm going to go to the backyard. A couple of things in the backyard, and I'll get to show you also the air conditioning units. So here we are in the backyard. This is the window that looks a little bit sweating internally between the pane. Not that bad, but that's the only one. That window doesn't open either. So only one of these windows, these two open. The rest are not open. This is your grill. It's outside the scope of inspection, but I looked it up anyway. Some of the handles, knobs are loose. This light might need to be replaced, or the switch, it doesn't come on. So right here on this exterior, I'm going to show you this plant right here. Nothing major. It just needs to be trimmed because it's over your neighbor's house. And I think that eventually your neighbor might say something. So here's the plant going over the fence. So again, I suggest that it's trimmed. These are the units. This one here makes a lot of noise, as you can hear. All the other ones, all of them give me a really good temperature. So there are 2005. They're train units. So I'll show you the label. So they're not in bad condition. But again, this seems to be original. As you can see, 2005 in that one, and then 2005 in this one. So the noise could be that this is loose. As you can see, when I push it down, it quiets a little bit when I push it down, but it still might need some adjustment. Well, anyway, I feel these are loose caps. I put them on the report, and pretty much that's the end of the presentation. The rest of it will be on the report as well. I just gave you the highlights. All right, I hope it helps. Thanks.